I wonder whether, well, Ian must have had a bit of difficulty breaking in. He was a stage actor for years and years and years and years. And a very good one too. Every time I meet him, I remind him of his performance in a little play called by a Russian called Abuzov, called The Promise, which I saw on my honeymoon in 1960 something. Maybe you can forget these things. Anyway, and a very young Ian McKellen and a very young Judi Dench. Judy was absolutely magical. She had a sort of funny, squeaky voice, and it was one of those personations and presences that you thought, she's just magical. I mean, it's unique, but she's just magical. And you know, and it's people like that who actually manage to go on well into their senior years. The only thing that holds Judy back at the moment is she's beginning to lose her eyesight, and reading a script these days is very hard for her. And of course, if you can't read, then for an actor, learning the lines gets a lot harder. But she's a great actress. And McKellen, gosh, what a career he's had. What a career. X-Men as well. Good God, you greedy old sod. Anyway, yes, another question.
Anything in your memory stick out about Sliders?
Ah, you would want to put that sword in my side, would you not? Sliders could have been the best show on television. Sliders could still have been on the air. Sliders could have been, it could have been, it could have been their Star Trek franchise. It could go on and on and on. You can go anywhere in space, you can go anywhere in time. It had a young and interesting cast and one old fart. No offense to it. And it had such great promise. And we had the worst and most unimaginative writers that I've ever worked with. You know, when you can go anywhere in time, when you can create any fantasy you like, you know, that the Germans won World War II, that, you know, the Brits had won the American Revolution. You can do anything. You can do anything at all. And we ended up doing Tremors. We ended up doing Twister. Well, the difference with our Twister was, you may think of a Twister as being small at the bottom, getting bigger at the top. Well, ours was big at the bottom, getting smaller at the top, which is, of course, a very important difference in these things. We did Night of the Living Dead. We did The Island of Dr. Moreau. Actually, we used the same masks that the film had used for our version of it. You know, and you know, I worked with real writers and men of imagination, and you can make a reference to something and do it differently. But you know, this was just, you know, the breaking point for me was I went into the writer's room, and they were all crowded around the newly released DVD of Species, saying, yes, we could take a bit of that there, and we could, you know, we could give him that there, we could give, you know, and, you know, why would you want to do this? You know, real writers have imaginations, and every week some young lad at NYU or UCLA or USC would send me a script that was perfect, and I would take it to the line producer and say, have a look at this one. And he would come back after the weekend and said, it's perfect. There's not a word we need to change. It is great. But of course, the writers will not allow that to happen because you don't want to let outsiders into the trough. And and frequently it was at a time when we had no script ready for the next episode. It was one of the most frustrating periods of my life, because I was brought up to believe that we were there to make the show the best thing on the planet. So if you've got that idea, that's a bloody great idea. Let's turn it upside down and do it that way. All contributions welcome. Why not? Why not? I didn't realize that it was basically about making sure that I'm the producer on this show, and I worked for you when you were producing your show. Okay, this is what we're going to do. You're going to come on the show. We'll have you as a writer-producer. Now I've got my show, which I have written, but I will give you the second writer's fee. So you'll do a rewrite on mine, which gets you an extra $30,000 for the second writer. Now, when it comes to yours, we'll do your show that you've got the idea for, but then I've got this other idea. I will get the $5,000 for the initial idea. You will do the first draft for $30,000, and the second draft for $30,000. Then I will do the second writer's input thing for my $30,000, and we'll carve it up that way. And then of course, when the repeats come out, you get the same fees again. So it really was as much about, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back, and than actually getting on and producing something marvelous. It was a very frustrating time, and it still annoys me. We could have had the best bloody series on television, and we didn't because those greedy, untalented little plagiarists decided to gobble all the food that was there. Right, sorry. They don't speak very nicely of me either.
Do you have any advice for aspiring actors?
Yes, don't. We need more actresses like we need 7 outbreaks of urban Ebola. There isn't the work for the actresses we've got. There isn't that much work for the actors we've got. But if you want to be an actress, I welcome you to the herd. You do understand that in most third world countries, the average sort of income per annum is, on average now I think is up to about $1,300. That is actually about the income of the average member of Screen Actors Guild. I do not know how you can become an actress. I do not know why actresses become actresses. You will have to have the skin of a hippo, because you will go up for jobs and they will say, no, too fat, too thin. No, the face is the wrong shape, And have you thought of having a boob job, because, it would sort of help. And Jesus, do you see the size of that backside? Come on. It's the toughest environment that a young person can possibly be in. And almost everyone who gets through that to some measure of stardom is damaged by it, I think. There are great exceptions. My darling friend Maud Adams, who was an international model before she managed to appear in 2 Bond films. Julie, but then, Julie had grown up. Julie was born in a hamper, for God's sake. Backstage, she'd been her parents had been vaudevillians, had they not? She'd grown up backstage anyway, and just she didn't know that there was a civilized life to be had outside it. Yes. Well, there are a number of great exceptions, but an actress's life, unless you happen to be one of 6 actresses, ends about 40. You know, maybe a bit before that. If you're really exceptionally lucky, maybe you can stretch it out to be mid-40s or something like that. There is no career path, but then there is no career path for actors anyway. I mean, if I joined Imperial Chemical Industries or Edison or someplace like that, you know, I could have joined at a sort of lowly level, and if I was semi-competent, you know, as people left the company, I would advance in the company, and so theoretically I could have ended up, you know, chairman of ICI. Most people have that sort of career structure. There is no career for actors. I do not know when the phone will stop ringing for me. There's no reason why John Rhys Davies should ever be asked to work again. You know, it will come to an end. One day, the phone won't ring anymore. And I won't know that my career is over. I'll be saying, well, you know, the manager tells me it's very quiet in LA these days. But there's some, I'm on the short list for a number of very interesting things, you know. But I will never actually know that I am no longer going to be employed. There isn't a little wristwatch or a fob watch at the end of it saying, congratulations, John Rhys Davies, you're retiring after 50 years. I will never know. And not everyone can live with that level of insecurity. You know, most people want to know that, you know, the mortgage is going to be paid next month or the month after or whatever. And most people want to know that they're still significant. Until such time as they retire and go and buy a house in Florida and soak in the sun until they die. You know, that's a very nice way to go, really. But so how do you cope with that? Well, my way of coping with it is an interesting one, and I pass it on to you because I think there's something for all of us to take from it. I assume that the job that I am doing is the last job I'm going to get. So I'm going to do it as wholeheartedly as I can. I'm going to put everything I've got into it. I'm not going to be a smart ass. I'm not going to upset those around me. I'm not going to pick a fight on some spurious grounds with somebody. I'm going to be the best guy on the set. I'm going to be the guy who actually you can count on. I turn up on time. I do not turn up drunk. You know, when disaster is happening, I'm the guy who says, you know what? Seen disasters before. Don't worry. We'll come through this. We can make this work. You play it. You play it, and you should be doing this with your lives as well. Play your life as if it is the last day of your life. And you're going to be going out without people saying, oh, thank God he's dead. You know, what a miserable son of a bitch he was. The world has lost nothing in his passing. The way you want to leave this world is for having people say, he's dead? Oh, that's sad, because I remember he did this and this and this. He was an okay sort of guy. And if you live your lives that way, then the whole world actually gets to be a nicer place. And that's the only thing that I've got to say, that the only way that I keep saying in the unforgiving and completely promise-free world of film. Do you really want to do that? Yes, of course you do. Okay, save your time and money. Don't go and study film somewhere. Just get Lord of the Rings extended edition and look at the behind-the-scenes stuff. That will give you a complete primer on film and filmmaking. Those of you who want to be filmmakers, go out, buy a little camera. A Canon is good. I saw a D5 Canon Mark III the other day. The images were blown up onto a big screen in Oxford Street. Guy had shot the whole film extremely well on that. Film has become wonderfully democratic. If you want to make films, go out and make them. If you want to be a filmmaker, don't worry about, well, I've got to go to film school in order to do that. You know, take your camera, take your mum and your dad, or your friends from school, and write the story. This week's story is about a man who buys a camera and he discovers that the people that he's shooting are not actually human beings at all. This is true of so many relationships, I think. And next film, the more you do it, the more you actually become a filmmaker. If you want to be an actress, make sure you are in every one of those films. Look at what you're doing afterwards and think, oh gosh, don't think, oh gosh, my nose looks so bad from that angle, and things like that. An actor, a good actor, serves the film and serves the script. You look at the script and think, how can this story be advanced by what I'm doing? If you do that often enough, people will say, you know what, why don't we use that, who is that girl, she's terribly good, and you may get the next job. Sorry, have I bored people enough for a long enough time? When do I have to shut up?
Is he gonna cry now?
You've been a wonderful audience.